All right, cool. Are we live yet, or are we
We
waiting?
are up. We are up and running.
Awesome. So we're gonna do our mock draft, which I've been waiting for probably now since our last since last year. So yeah, let's. Unless anybody else wants to add anything, I think we should just jump right into it, right?
Yes.
Hey, on our big board, uh, can we just like whenever a player's taken, can we just put like a green uh, text on them?
Oh yeah, like this.
Yeah, just something to show that they've been taken, so that nobody
Awesome.
tries to.
Yeah. If Jack's not showing on a screen, I decided in like the middle of school today, or not today, a couple days ago, to make my own big board, and it was the top. I made the top 50 on it, so I'm very impressed with that work. So yeah, but let's get started with the Carolina Panthers. So if you haven't pressed start on your mock draft simulator, Jack, press start.
We are
All right.
started.
Awesome. So who do you guys have with this first pick? I'm probably gonna say I say CJ, but what are you guys saying for this?
CJ. I also picked
Yeah, it
CJ.
has to be
Josh,
CJ.
it's just he seems like the Panthers' next quarterback. He seemed a lot more. They seem to like fall in love with him already. So we're just gonna all agree that CJ off the rip.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause even
Awesome.
didn't Josh McCown talk to CJ at his pro day?
Yeah, he said that some stupid stuff. Yeah,
But right now they're split, but yeah, I think CJ is gonna go first.
I think the GM likes CJ too, and I feel like they'll listen to the quarterbacks coach too. So like
Oh yeah,
it's gonna work out. So we can now agree that Bryce Young's two, right?
he should
Right.
be.
If the
Yeah, but if
Texans
he's
do it
here
the
and the
right
Texans
way.
are here, they're taking Bryce Young. There's no reason they should take Will Anderson.
Will Anderson for some reason.
We are
Fans,
taking Bryce Young, correct? It's Bryce Young.
yeah,
Yes.
Bryce Young. If we're not stupid and don't trade down.
Awesome. All right, just let me just get through this. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So Bryce Young at 2. Okay. Number 3, Will Anderson. I think that this top 3 has been like obvious since like the beginning of the offseason. But I
Yes.
know this is gonna be a major trade down spot, especially for the Cardinals. We know that some team like the Lions, Falcons, even Colts trading up one pick. This is gonna be a highly traded up spot.
Yeah, the Cardinals are
Oh.
definitely trading down.
We're trading down, but we're not allowing us to do trades. So let's just take the
In
best
a world where they
guy
don't trade
available.
down, they just take the best player available, which is Will
Yeah, so it's
Anderson.
gonna be Will Anderson because he's the best player in this entire draft. If there's no quarterbacks, so yeah. So Will Anderson, awesome. Let me just highlight that on our. Oh, whoa! What the frick did I do there? Cool. All right, let me just highlight that so we know for sure he's gone. Awesome. So now we have the Colts. If you're the Colts and like this is how the draft went, you're taking Richardson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just have Gardner Minshew on your roster.
I'm not
so.
going into the season with just Gardner Minshew. I'll take the quarterback with the highest upside left.
Yeah, because it's like if you're between like everyone that like I've talked to about Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, like that debate is always so stupid. It's like, wouldn't you just like want to take the project quarterback that has more upside than the guy who's like a project quarterback that's less? Like when the draft season was a couple, Jack remembers this probably when you were going after a quarterback and it was Zach Wilson. Like you didn't take these guys, but like would you trade Trey Lance or Mac Jones? It's like it's kind of obvious. Trey Lance has
I'm
the
gonna
higher
take Trey
ceiling. I would
Lance.
take him.
Take
Yeah,
the guy
Anthony
that has the highest
Richardson.
possible ceiling. If they're
Do you
both
feel like with the
projects.
Seahawks pick, it just matters what the Cardinals do at 3? And like, if the Cardinals take Jalen Carter, the Seahawks take Will Anderson. If the Cardinals take Will Anderson, the Seahawks take Jalen Carter. I feel like that's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely taking the best out of Carter, Anderson, whoever's left on the board.
Yeah, like I don't think that there's gonna be like some person that trades up for Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. So I think Jalen Carter, right? Does everyone agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
I believe so. They
Awesome.
just gotta worry about like his legal stuff and his conditioning.
Of course, but like you can work with that. The hell is there's Jalen Carter. Also, if you guys see it at all, like I don't think I've Oh, someone already did. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson.
Awesome. So Jalen Carter at 5, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I agree with that.
The Lions, this is an interesting situation. I can see 3 different scenarios happening, and they all are on the top of the board. You can see, Jack. Tyrese Wilson, Christian Gonzalez, or Devon Witherspoon. I think all 3 of these guys are slam dunk of a pick. Now the question is, who do we go with? I think Wilson is a great player, especially because of his measurables, but you also don't have a corner, like a corner one that I'm like confident in. And I would be confident if Witherspoon or Gonzalez comes here, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, you just trade Okuda.
And this is not as deep as a corner class as it usually is. The next guy that you can probably get is like second round or Deontay Banks. So maybe Christian Gonzalez or Devon Witherspoon, I would say. Maybe. That's just me.
I say Gonzalez.
What about you, Jack? I'm torn between these guys.
I'm going Tyree Wilson. Best edge rusher on the board.
Damn, I'm going to go Gonzalez, so I guess we're going to go Gonzalez.
Yeah, then we'll get to go Gonzalez.
It's like, either way, you're going to get a good player, I feel like. All 3 of these players are really solid.
It just depends on what I'm going to work on.
Okay, Raiders, we don't have to debate this, right? We don't have to debate
They're taking Levis.
what the Raiders are going to go.
They're taking Levis, right?
Yes, this is easy. Yeah. Alright. Now we're at the Falcons, and
Who?
Falcons are a weird situation, I feel like. They can go. I feel like they also can go Devon Witherspoon or Tyrese Wilson. I think they would go Wilson, just because their edges are just not as good as what they did with the corners. I feel like they've addressed corner more over the offseason.
Yeah, especially with the Okuda trade.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a first option, but I feel like next year, especially with Kool-Aid being in that class, I feel like they're just going to try to get McKinsey.
Don't they also have what's that dude's name? Like a really
AJ Terrell?
Yeah, Terrell.
They have AJ Terrell.
I feel like they're fine on their secondary for now. It's not like something that excites me. I feel like Tyrese Wilson's the right pick, right?
Casey Hayward, but their pass rush is a little lackluster. And Tyrese Wilson.
And this guy would come in and be like, not an instant like threat, but he would be a threat for sure.
He has the measurables. We just need to see it on the field now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
I think they need edge way.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Corner right now.
So we all agree on Tyrese Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That was an A plus. Dang, we've gone. So now on our big board, we've gotten the top 5 done.
Okay.
Top 5. Well, actually, we got the top 7 players already off the board. That's crazy.
So.
All right, Bears. I think it's kind of obvious. I like Paris Johnson. I think on my board I have Skoronski over him, but like for the Bears like bigger tackles. They like a guy who's like a lot bigger and plays better in the power run scheme, and like is able to like really get up there to like the second level and really block well. And Paris Johnson's like the guy to do it because they're gonna want him to get to the second level, especially with running plays. And you can see that in Skoronski sometimes, but Paris Johnson does it more often. Well, especially because of Ohio State likes to do it a lot. So I would say Johnson, but if you guys think Skoronski, it's whatever.
I agree with Johnson. I think he's my favorite tackle in the class, best tackle. So I think he's going here.
I think he's also a scheme fit too. But Josh, do you want to do you agree?
He's just, I mean, if you look at his level of competition, I know that they are in the same conference, but if you look at the level of competition that Paris Johnson has faced, especially in bowl games, then he should obviously be the first tackle taken.
Skoronski and Paris Johnson, I'm just going to pop your bubble. They are not in the same conference. SEC and... Wait, they are?
Yeah,
really?
They're Big Ten. They're both Big Ten schools.
God, well, Northwestern sucks more.
Northwestern's in the Big Ten.
Freaking terrible. That's all I remember about them.
Yeah, they're terrible. Like, they can create Rashawn Slater if they want, so, yeah. And the other guy, I believe there's an edge coming out of there this year, too.
I feel more comfortable with
it's
Johnson.
a weird name guy.
So, yeah.
Alright, awesome. So let me highlight that real quick. So Skoronski's still on the board, so that'll be helpful. If you're the Eagles and you're sitting right here, I think Devon Witherspoon is like a W pick, but like would you really... So I'm between 2 guys right now, and you guys maybe can help me. I'm between Lucas Van Ness. Also, Jack, you would know that if I'm talking about Lucas Van Ness, I'm also talking about Miles Murphy a little bit lower. So I'm between like three guys: Miles Murphy, Lucas Van Ness, or Devon Witherspoon. I just think Devon Witherspoon being at this position is crazy, especially because you're getting like arguably the best corner in this class, and you're getting him at 10. But like these edge rushers are crazy talented. I know that their GM loves to get depth on the D line, but I don't know. I'm between those are the guys I'm between. So, do you guys have like a certain player that you love more?
But the big thing is, who's on their corner for?
It's right now the same corner core they had last year.
Slay and Bradbury, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Devon Witherspoon could fit as like a corner 3, right?
Yeah, I guess, and maybe corner 2 by the end of the season. But like the craziness of just having one of these like really elite, not elite, but like very high like caliber edge rushers. You're not gonna see in the game like the draft. You're not gonna see a Lucas Van Ness or a Miles Murphy later in this draft. But you're also not gonna see a Devon Witherspoon. So
Did they lose an edge rusher this year, or?
they lost, I believe, a defensive tackle. They lost Hargraves, right?
Yeah, Hargraves was the big one. Interior guy.
I don't think I really need to address interior though. They have Fletcher Cox, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, and they're gonna probably give last year's
I've kind of already. I think I'm convincing myself to Devon Witherspoon, but what are you guys saying for this one?
I'm going Witherspoon too.
Jack, sorry, Josh. Do you have any? Are you just agreeing with it? We could have also taken Bijan,
Can't take
but
Bijan.
like, it's just like they already have good running backs. I think they're running Boston Scott and isn't it Freeman this year? Yeah. So Witherspoon, right?
Yeah, I think Witherspoon because both the corners are 30 plus, so it's not like they're going to be around forever.
Yeah, and getting younger at your corner position is really hard, and finding a guy like that is really
Witherspoon's crazy
difficult.
value for like the Super Bowl champions to be able to get, or not.
Also, don't they run a lot of man coverage too?
Yeah, so he could definitely be used.
Yeah, he had like the most passes defended out of this entire group. Like he's crazy in man. If you're the Titans and you're sitting right here, I think it's between two guys, right? Skoronski and Smith and Jigba. Like I know that saying suggested.
Or do you want to fix the receiver core?
I think
Their receiving core is bad. They're going into next season, I believe, with like Traylon Burks. Like it's. Whew.
It's like Traylon.
But they also lost Taylor Lewan this offseason, so.
That is true.
Both are like major needs, but they can only fix one right now.
Yeah. Well, the tackle class falls off. The receiver class, like, it kind of just, like, stays the same until, like, you get to, like, Cedric Tillman. Like, you will find, like, yeah, like, after you get past, like, Josh Downs, it's pretty bad. And I feel like they'll have their picks still. Now, the Titans are one of these teams that I think for sure are going to trade up to get a quarterback. So I don't think we're going to be worrying about this pick as much. But I'm going to say Skoronski.
Yeah, I'm going to say Skoronski, too.
It's just the tackle class falls off, like, in the later, because I believe the last guy I really trust is Anton Harrison. In this first round, obviously, there's solid pieces in the later rounds, but, like, I feel like you can still find a decent receiver in the second round, but I don't think you're going to find a guy like Skoronski in this, especially in this area. So, yeah, Skoronski, right, Jack?
Yeah, I think Skoronski, he's going to be able to come in right away, start, and play well. And I think it'll be easier to find a receiver in the second round than a starting offensive tackle.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let me just highlight that real quick. All right, so now I think this is obvious. You get Bryce Young a receiver because you lost Brendan Cooks. You did everything, so Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yep, take the best receiver on the board.
It's such an easy pick. Holy.
Ooh, what do we do?
Awesome. All right. Here with the Jets, we take Broderick Jones.
Yep, they just need a tackle really badly.
It's like there's no debate here.
You have to take the best tackle on the board. And that is Bernard Jones.
Okay, the Patriots, I'm between like three people. Miles Murphy, Joey Porter and Quentin Johnson and Jordan Addison. I'm between all those guys because like they could really like if they get any of these guys, I feel like they're going to be pretty solid. And also Lucas Van Ness. So I'm between a lot of guys right now
Oh.
because they don't have the if they're running a 5-tech, they're gonna need they're gonna need like a guy like Lucas Van Ness, but their corners are also not the best going into next season. But the receivers are even looking scarier. So like, I have no clue with this pick. I would like to hear what you guys think.
I would say probably with Belichick drafting, he's probably going to pick something way out of pocket. But I would say here, the best guy would probably be go Miles Murphy because if it's between him and Lucas Van Ness, you just go best available at that point.
Yeah, but the thing is with Miles Murphy and Lucas Van Ness, like you can see on this big board that they are right next to each other. They're like almost even with the skill level that they have. So, yeah.
Best available on a big board.
Yeah. So Jack, what are you saying?
I'd go Joey Porter. I don't really think they have Matthew Judon and they have Ooch for their edge rushers, so it's not a huge
Yeah.
compared to CB.
In a 5-tech, these guys would be more helpful, but like I'm just talking about like situations where you have to run that type of system. So like I guess Porter is the right pick because like they lost J.C. Jackson to like I think it was last offseason. And none of their corners like really showed up as like a true number
They just have a
one.
bunch
I think
of guys named Jones, and none of them are that good.
Yeah. All right. So we kind of convinced on Joey Porter.
Yeah, I'd go Joey Porter.
I just completely forgot that Judon played edge. I thought he played linebacker.
Yeah. Okay. Packers again. It's like it's the same situation, but without Joey Porter and Nolan Smith gets added into this question because he's a scheme fit. But like the Packers, do you want to get Jordan Love a weapon, or do you want to finally work on the edge rusher? Because rushers. Because I believe they're running right now. Preston Smith or something.
Smith and Rashawn Gary, but Preston Smith is kind of. They need better. They need to upgrade.
This is like this is
in the first.
oh
I can't
close.
See them changing it now.
You have
Really?
no receivers there.
I mean,
Watson,
yeah,
Dobbs.
they do. They have Romeo. I thought they had Dobbs and they have
Dobbs
Watson.
and it's Watson.
He's on the Texans now.
No, Romeo Dobbs.
Dobbs should still be on the Packers because he just got
Wait,
drafted.
No, Dobbs is on the Packers. Or it's Josh Dobbs. One of the two.
Which Romeo do we have on the Texans?
Probably have Romeo Dobbs.
We have one of their.
Yeah, you probably have one of them, but they still have those two guys.
They
I
have
don't
the
think
fourth
the
round
receiver
pick
is
from
that
last year.
big. Like, it's a second-round need for the Packers.
They'll still take one. I don't think they'll take one in the first though.
Yeah, for sure. Unless they can get 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Then they could go.
That's
double
because of a
digits.
Rodgers
13
trade. But
and
we're not going to
15.
see that, probably. I'm probably going to go Miles Murphy. But what do you guys have any other opinion, like Lucas Van Ness or Nolan Smith, probably? Either those are the 3 guys I'm looking at.
They're all razor thin, but I'll go Miles Murphy too.
I'll go with Miles Murphy also.
Also, Commanders. Oh God,
Oh, I normally like to mock them Joey Porter, but he's not here.
I don't want Bijan to go there or any of these edge rushers
Well, the guy knew.
or the receiver or Brian Branch. I think it's either.
The
It's
guy
not
who
even Banks. I kind of want. I think Darnell Wright is the right decision.
I don't love
For
any-
sure.
Not a lot of these people at the top make a lot of sense for them.
Exactly,
do
unless
need
they
an
really
offensive
want to go. Yes, it's bad. The last good offensive tackle they had was like Trent Williams.
I don't think if it's between Deontay Banks and Darnell Wright, I go Darnell Wright. I think tackle. You get more value with Darnell Wright.
Yeah, and again, the
Banks
corner
is
class
better.
is a little bit bigger than what the tackle class is.
Tackle
You want
class
to
is
get
about to fall off.
Yeah. I believe there's one more guy I trust. I said.
You got
Yeah,
Anton,
one more.
and then it's done.
Yeah. So get your tackle now.
Yeah, and they need one, so they should snag that now.
Hear me out here. The Steelers should go Brian Branch.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
Like, it makes no sense on why they should, but the Steelers should go Brian Branch because it's a bit of a reach, but he can play nickel corner, and I feel like the versatility of Brian Branch being able to play nickel corner and safety, and with I believe did they lose one of the Edmond brothers or something like that?
They lost
So like
Terrell.
they lost one of them, right?
So now they just have Mink. Mink is their only like safety.
So like I would like really maybe. Do you guys like the pick of Brian Branch?
If he can play nickel, ooh.
Even if he plays high top safe, like even over the top or like a box safety, it's still really good.
The
Like,
way
Mika's the
board
cover
fell,
safety.
I think I would go Brian Branch. Like I don't want to
He-
take
the
an edge
vers-
rusher. I'm not taking Bijan, and I'm not taking a receiver.
Yeah,
And I kind of just
So-
took Brian Branch.
yeah, and I don't trust Banks to be like a number one corner like off the
I'd
rip.
much rather
So-
have Branch in the secondary than Banks. I think it's more valuable.
Yeah, so Brian Branch.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
He
let's
also
go
just seems like a Steeler type player.
He's
Okay.
gonna be the lead.
Now the Lions just got very good in a situation. They take Lucas Van Ness, right?
Yeah, they got because we gave them.
They got
Gonzalez,
really lucky
and
in
they're
this
gonna get a
draft.
Really good
Holy.
because the way they played out, there's edges left.
Yeah, they played that perfectly. There's not a good corner left that like really could just step in. They get really good value.
Especially
Holy.
pairing him up with Aiden Hutchinson, that's going to be a scary four.
Yeah. Okay, Nolan Smith should go next, right?
Yeah, I think Bucks need a pass rusher, and there's not really like. What else? would
He's
they
like
grab here?
he's really good. I mean, the measurables is what you're going off of. It's like a Trayvon Walker. It's gonna take him a little bit, but if he turns it on, he'll be
He's able to
good.
get there.
Yeah, he just hasn't gotten there yet. Okay, Seahawks. I feel like we've talked about this, Jack and Josh. I think we've talked about this a couple times. But for sure, I like Jordan Addison to the Seahawks. That's just me though. Jordan Addison or like Michael Mayer, I like a lot to the Seahawks. Because you got your D line already with Jalen Carter. If you go with that, I think Jordan Addison or Quentin Johnston is what you really should think about because Tyler Lockett's like 30. So yeah.
Well, you're trying to replace Tyler Lockett. Wouldn't you want somebody like Quentin Johnston, who's also a speedster, because you already have DK Metcalf as your jump ball guy?
But Jordan Addison does everything well. It's just like he doesn't have he has weaknesses, but he's just efficient at everything he does. If you need him to do a jump ball, he'll do that. If you need him to like not burn a corner, but like get some nice speed on it, he can do it. Quentin Johnston has like drop issues. I'm like that a little bit. And either way, it's like if the Seahawks go Jordan Addison, hey, the Chargers are probably gonna go a receiver too. So
I think both receivers.
Like,
both these receivers are
you're
about to
gonna have to take one. Yeah, like either way, you're gonna have to take one of these guys. So I'm saying Jordan Addison, but you guys can say Quentin Johnston if you want. I'm
saying
fine with
Johnson.
whatever.
I'm going with Addison.
Yeah,
It's more well-rounded. I think
That's
it makes
valid.
more sense for the Seahawks.
All right, Chargers now. Ooh, wait, before we go, Johnston. Bijan?
Would we consider Bijan if you trade Eckler?
Well, they have to trade Eckler. That's the point.
Yeah, but like the thing is, are they gonna pay Eckler?
You can't just
That's the
have
other
Eckler
thing.
on your roster.
Yes, you can. You can have Eckler and Bijan. That makes like the most crazy running
the
back
best
core
running
ever.
back room in the league.
I mean, it's an amazing
Holy.
running back core. But
I
that
would
won't.
take that in a heartbeat.
You
but
lost
the
in the
only-
wild card round. You're not the freaking Eagles. You can't just take. You can't double up on positions that you already have.
No, you can. Because you're gonna trade Eckler for like a second. Or keep Eckler and then you can make him like a third down back. He's a great third down back too.
Yeah, but why would you have Eckler as your third down back, even though
Because he's good.
they don't want money?
You could use both.
Yeah, you
could
don't
use
pay
Eckler as
him.
a receiving
Oh,
back.
we also do need to maybe talk about Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid.
Oh yeah, they don't have. Did Gerald Everett come back?
I don't believe so, but I think that it's between Bijan again. Bijan and Quinn.
Oh.
Bijan's not gonna make it past some guys. Like he's gonna get taken soon. And do you really trust if they're really gonna take a receiver or a running back? My bad. Are they really gonna take Jahmyr Gibbs later?
No.
So like, it's either you take Bijan now, and then just try to like hope that Josh Downs can make it.
If you
Or
trade Eckler for a second, you could grab a Josh Downs there.
yeah, so he's saying Bijan maybe.
Kind of want to do that.
Yep. When you put it like that,
Yeah, I got so Bijan, right?
yeah, Bijan.
So Jack, are
Sounds
you
like
okay
so
with
much
that?
fun. Yeah, we should go Bijan.
Awesome.
Especially
Okay,
if
Ravens. Quentin
Okay.
Johnson, right?
Yeah, best receiver on the board. It's still probably a huge need, even with OBJ and Nelson Aguilar.
they're
Awesome.
probably trying to trade up in this point to try to get somebody to replace Lamar, but if they gotta stay here,
They'll have 2 first-round picks for sure. It's just which team. Like they'll probably if the Falcons trade, then they don't have to worry about trading up.
They'll
Yeah.
get whatever they want.
They'll be fine. Yeah, I would not. I would just wait next year to get a quarterback. That's me. Vikings.
Ooh,
Banks.
fun pick.
I think Banks is the pick here because like you either get him or Casey. It's not like Kalijah Casey's great and he's a really speedy defensive tackle. I think he's like one of the fastest, if not the fastest defensive tackle in this class. When I go back and watch his film, it's like dang, this guy gets off the line quick. But Banks is super consistent and he doesn't have to be a number 1 corner. He gets to be the number 2 to Byron Murphy.
I guess
Oh.
in this game compared to Aaron Donald, Cansey.
Cansey's not getting. No, he's faster than Aaron Donald for sure. But
Yeah.
no, Cansey's not getting compared to Aaron Donald. Just because they went to Pitt, both of them went to Pitt, doesn't mean that he's getting compared to him. He's more like a Do you know like a young like Yankin Ngakwe? That like really young Yankin Ngakwe that played DT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's. That's what I would say he is.
Dang. That's
It's
fast.
really solid. He's really quick off that line. But I think Banks is the pick because when's the last time you had a good corner? Jeff Gladney, rest in peace, wasn't good. Pat Pete experiment didn't work out. Like you haven't had a good corner since like Xavier Rhodes. Oh, I think Banks, right?
Yeah.
Jack.
I may go Cansey because they lost Dalvin Tomlinson in free agency.
So Josh, what do you say? Banks or Cansey?
I'll say Banks here.
Hey, either way, it's gonna be a solid pick.
Mhm.
Where is Cansey? You guys see if you guys see Cansey anywhere, or not Cansey? Frick. Banks. Oh, there he is.
Right there.
This board.
So, okay, who are we taking for the Jaguars?
I don't know why they keep saying that Michael Mayer is like a suggested pick. Like that should not be
with
it.
Evan Ingram back.
Yeah, like he was good. I thought.
Evan Ingram was very good for them. I don't think they're giving that up.
So
What's
let's
their
see.
interior O line like?
They have. It's kind of mid, I think, actually. Check their depth.
Because would it help to get Osiris Torrance, or do they just take best available, which would be at this point
They
Cansey?
They have Brandon Scherf and one guard. What's the other guard? Ben Barcht. Who the heck is that? But they could also use some interior defensive line, though.
So you would say Cansey probably?
Actually, yeah, I go Cansey. I think that's a bigger need than interior O line.
Is, yeah.
Awesome.
So we're going Cansey?
All right, we are not debating this. Take Zay Flowers
Zay
now.
Flowers. Boom.
Zay Flowers.
I love that pick.
God, that was the easiest pick we've had to make today.
Besides
Yeah, let me-
CJ Stroud, Bryce Young.
I'm actually having to freaking edit this real quick. It took. I forgot Brian Branch got taken.
Okay. Here,
One
where
sec,
we
I'm
take-
trying to edit right now. Oh, Ooh, I put Breesy as an edge. He's not an edge. He's a DT. A mistake on this list. Sorry.
Because they could go.
Cowboys. Don't you dare say any of these tight ends. Don't you? No.
Well, because they just lost Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, I don't care. Like you have CeeDee Lamb and freaking Brandon Cooks. You are
But
not
wouldn't that be
taking a
great? Jerry Jones
receiver
pick
is
to
a
get another
premium
weapon
option.
just
It's
to-
not like you go that. If you're gonna go like that, you're gonna take Darnell Washington. You're not taking Dalton Kincaid, a guy who's receiving tight end. Darnell Washington's the best blocking tight end. You take a blocker. Gonna take a
No,
tight end the
Do
first
they want
round.
to get a
You don't have
blocking
to
tight end in the
Jerry
first
Jones
round
back.
though?
I don't think Jerry's gonna think about that. I think he's gonna either take Osiris Torrance or Brian Breesy.
No, because Jerry Jones wants another weapon that he's never going to use. Just say that he has it.
I say it's either Osiris Torrance or Brian Breesy because it's freaking Zach Martin's getting old. But like, if you guys think Dalton Kincaid, I'll take him.
I'll say Dorrance just to bolster up that line and make it younger.
Jack?
I'm going Brian Breesy.
I'll go Brian Breesy then.
I
was
don't
between
know
those
who
two.
their interior defensive line is. I'm not
Not
sure
good.
if they'll take any of these tight ends in the first round.
Yeah, the tight ends are good. It's just like, tight ends are weird. Okay, I think
Hard to get them right in the
it's
first round.
between Osiris Torrance and Dalton Kincaid for
I'm
this
taking
team.
Osiris Torrance.
That's
Osiris
valid.
Torrance.
Completely
rather
rebuild
get
your
on-
interior O line.
Yeah, you rather build your O line than get a cool tight end.
And they have a Dawson.
Okay,
Knox, too,
Kincaid
pretty
for this
good.
team though, for sure, right?
Oh, Bengals? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we're taking Kincaid.
Awesome.
No Hayden Hurst. They need a new tight end.
Awesome.
Saints now.
Who should the Saints take?
Oh, it's weird. I would actually say, is this weird to say? Darnell Washington, it's between Anton Harrison, Darnell Washington, Will McDonald for me.
Let's think.
Tackle's weird for them.
They
I
have
feel like their
Trevor
tackle.
Penning. Well, they have Ramczyk on the right side.
Oh wait, I forgot Trevor Penning was on that team. My
I think if they
bad.
commit
He
to
can
Trevor
improve.
Penning, though, they're not going to go Anton.
Didn't they just draft him last year?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think they're
they did.
giving up on him yet.
Never mind. No. Get that Anton here. I forgot they had Trevor Penning. That's my bad. But Darnell Washington, I know it's weird that I'm saying not Michael Mayer. But he's a really good receiving tight end, and you need a blocking tight end. It's not like sure he's not the flashiest pick, but I think it's either him or Will McDonald at this point.
I'd go Will McDonald. Didn't they lose Marcus Davenport in free agency?
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
And Cam Jordan's not getting any younger either, so.
So Will McDonald.
Yeah, I think
He was also technically Will McDonald was supposed to be the best edge rusher this year.
Dang. What happened?
Just he didn't have as productive of a season as people were expecting. Okay, now you're the Eagles. You basically got Devon Witherspoon last round.
got the best CV.
Would you just go Jahmyr Gibbs? Ooh,
At this point, we already grabbed a corner. Tight end's not really a need. Tackle's not either.
Jahmyr
Yeah.
Gibbs.
I think you go Gibbs and just add him to another piece in your committee.
Awesome. That's a really now. I've never seen Jahmyr go like when I do these drafts. Jahmyr never goes first round.
I think it makes
This
the
is
most
just
sense for what the Eagles want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. What do the Chiefs need?
Oh, I think they go
Tackle.
Anton here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go
Harrison
Anton.
for sure. They lost.
They lost Orlando Brown and replaced him with Jawan Taylor, a right tackle.
That's not good.
That
That's
ain't gonna
not
work.
a. Yeah, Anton could be like a fix, not a quick fix, but he'll be a fix. And finally, the Steelers. They took Brian Branch. There's some corners sitting here now.
Ooh, do they want
That
to
I would-
dip on secondary?
Have you seen the Steelers
I mean,
Steelers
it's bad, though,
secondary?
Isn't it like Pat Pete? leading the
Yeah.
charge?
It's either I'm between Ringo, Mayer, or Washington.
Ooh.
I think Forbes is great, but I trust Ringo. Wait, actually, who do I?
What about
Actually, Cam Smith. Yeah, Cam Smith. My bad. Shoot.
I feel like
Cam
they're not gonna
Smith.
grab a tight end.
No tight end. Then what about Maisie Smith?
Unless it was Washington. I don't think they grab a receiving threat though, because they have Fryermuth.
Yeah. So either Cam Smith or Maisie Smith.
So they either go
Probably.
D-line or CB. So CB is freaking Pat Pete for them. Do they get Ogunjobi back?
I believe so. I think he's on like a really cheap deal.
So that means it's kind of. I'm not gonna call CB fixed by any means, because they also.
Oh
lost
no,
Cam
Pat Pete's not a fix. It's like a band-aid to a gash wound.
Nah, I'm going Cam Smith. It's double dipping in the secondary, but I mean it's needed.
I mean, they have a pick later too, so they could work on like linebacker or like they could get a not quarterback, but like maybe like a tackle later. Like it'll be fine. And Cam Smith, Josh, do you agree with that, or do you?
Yeah, Cam Smith would be the best pick here.
All right, awesome. That was actually a really solid draft. If you press Jack, if you press save, I believe it's save. You could see all the picks.
There we go.
I only did 31.
Okay, so top 5 was pretty easy.
Yeah,
I
we
think
kinda
top 5
did
has been
that.
very straightforward for like the last probably months.
Yeah.
I feel like Cardinals will probably trade up. I feel like Seahawks may trade down a little. It's a weird thing, but I feel like
People
they'll
are probably
trade
going to
down.
come up for quarterbacks.
Yeah. Is there any like certain thing that like surprised you from this mock draft? I think Jahmyr Gibbs being a first rounder was surprising.
It was a little surprising. I think that worked out better than the Eagles taking Bijan and then getting like a corner in the back, though. I think Devon Witherspoon and Jahmyr Gibbs together is going to bring more value.
Yeah. Because they could have taken Bijan at 10. But I'm happy.
Then you get
I think
Bijan
they're-
and Cam Smith versus Devon Witherspoon and Jahmyr Gibbs.
And I feel like that's a lot better. And the Chargers taking Bijan is still a really solid pick.
I think if you trade Eckler for a second and then you can address receiver, you can just get younger and better.
Yeah. And then I feel like Josh, you love your picks of Bryce Young and
Bryce Young,
Jackson Smith.
Njigba, that's home run.
I mean, we didn't trade down and we didn't take Will Anderson, so I call it a win.
Taking a
And then
quarterback.
Jack, are you fine with Broderick Jones? I thought you were waiting for
Yeah.
Sikoronski to maybe fall.
It's just going to be whichever tackle's there. Even if it gets down to like Darnell Wright, I'd still consider taking him.
Really? That means that something really bad happened.
I don't trust any of these tackles on the Jets roster right now. I'd be
Wow.
surprised
Never-
if all three were gone, though. I get Paris Johnson and Skoronski, but if Bernardrick Jones goes too,
Something weird happened then. Like the Falcons
that
took
means,
someone.
yeah, something got a little mixed up here.
Imagine like if they all went back to back to back to back. Like
I'd be-
Eagles, like
I'd be-
yeah, we don't like Lane Johnson.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of him and get another tackle instead.
That'd be wild. I feel like the Brian Branch pick makes sense. Like I'm like going back to it, but like that makes so much sense, especially as a like the Steelers. He just seems like a Steeler.
Their secondary needs a lot of juice. Outside of Minka, it's kind of bad.
Also, the Lions, in my opinion, had like a really good draft for us too. Getting Lucas Van Ness and Christian Gonzalez.
I think that was better value than going edge corner. Looking back at it,
Yeah, because wouldn't they have to like
because
they would have to reach for Banks,
yeah, you'd have to be Deontay Banks and Tyree Wilson.
and then you would lose out on Lucas Van Ness just because you took like
Gonzalez and Van Ness are a better combo.
oh yeah,
talent.
and especially Van Ness doesn't actually be the first option; he gets to be the second to Hutch.
I
So
think that
good.
would work really well for that.
I think Johnston to the Ravens makes sense if they don't trade Lamar.
Could
That
definitely.
could
see
actually
that.
really, yeah. And then Zay Flowers is a W for the Giants. Any
I
way you
mock
put
that,
it.
like, every time.
I feel like no one like decides to do something different. I think Kincaid and like one of the tight ends always goes to the Bengals. Like I've never seen that different every single time. And then Anton always goes to the Chiefs. I feel like it's
Yeah, Anton's
I
no
feel like people-
back here.
yeah,
Yeah, the Chiefs don't really need much.
but they do at the same time. I feel like corners are a really bad position for them and safety. Like Chiefs are
But they're
still like
also-
very vulnerable. It's just because they have the best quarterback in the league that they're able to do this stuff.
As
They're
long
also
as
the
they
Super
keep
Bowl champ.
the tackles up.
Yeah, I saw this trade today. We trade like to get back in the first round. We had to trade D Hop, our second round pick, and then like a fifth. I'm like,
Damn, what did you get with that?
I don't even know. I think we got like freaking. I think we got like 20. I was like, why?
That's a lot of value. You must be getting one hell of a player at 20.
I think
Yeah,
you
I
can
was
just
like,
make
dang,
the deal.
Joey Porter. Bro, Joey Porter Barrett fell that freaking low at that point.
Where did
Yeah, I think if you're trading up, Diop's probably gonna get like a second, maybe a first rounder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some team's gonna get desperate.
It's not gonna be like Diggs where you can get like a bunch of first rounders.
Oh, I'm not saying we will get a bunch of first rounders. I just want at least one first round pick.
Probably be like a mid to late first round pick. Maybe
Bro,
he's
who
better.
the heck is the Xavier Tillman guy? Who's this guy that just beat the freaking Lakers? Excuse me? Jaw's out, and then the Xavier Tillman guy decides to step up and drop 22 points and have 13 rebounds.
And Xavier, we trust.
Wow, he had.
And I think
he
Dylan
had
Brooks had a
really
clutch shot.
Clutch, Dylan Brooks. Oh, he wasn't shooting
He also
well, but
called
I
LeBron
guess he shot it when it counted.
Alright, well, now we're just getting into random topics. This does it for our video, for our stream. If you liked it, or you have any other opinions about the draft, especially because draft season is almost to a close. I believe we have one more week of draft season, and then the draft finally starts. So you'll see one more video, hopefully related to the draft. I think I had a pretty nice idea. I'm gonna mention it to Jack and Josh to make sure that they like it. But yeah, I think that I think we had a pretty solid draft. I agree with a lot of it, and I enjoyed doing it. So yeah. Did you guys have a lot of fun with this draft?
This is a good draft. I like this mock.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Jack, hit the plugs.
As always, the Instagram and Twitter are right there at FrontlineFB. Follow there for more content. We're about a week and a day out from the draft, so next time you see us, it'll be draft eve, so it's going to be exciting. But as always, we hope you enjoyed. Let us know how we did on our picks, what you do differently, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys back here next week.